Just Dragon, but I mean I have a lot of like 801s, 801 Fire, all kinds of stuff. But either way, I am still Dragon. That is who I am. This is interesting when you want to sit there and record and put it on different accounts or whatever. You have to keep switching it off and off and off. Of course, because I'm new to this and I never really tried this before, as I am strong into it now. So, like I said, once again, I'm learning. Everybody is rolling along for the ride to see what I know, what I've learned, and how I'm going to pass it on. It's been a while. I think it's been a week since I put some content on here, but I do it at least once a week. If everybody wants to keep up with me, that's what I do. Just that, Lord have mercy, man. When you're balancing this between another job and other stuff that you have to do, it gets complex. So if anybody out there is just like me, hey man, I give you props. I like to do it 24/7, but you got to get the likes, you got to get people to subscribe to the channel for you and everything else. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I realize that even if you do content and you have a channel and you do that, it's your full-time deal, it's still going to be a full-time gig. It makes no difference. You're going to still work hard to do it. You're going to still be up doing it. You have to put a lot of time in it. My aspect is I'm trying to put the time in. It's just that, I don't, time is valuable. I only have so much of it. Balancing it between my actual job that I do, my child, and my family, and every damn thing else I have to do out here on my land and what I'm doing here. So that's got a lot of hats, people. So do forgive me. I'd say since my daughter's young, I would teach her how to do this. You have the time to do this. Just do some nice things.
Can I help you? I've got some good stuff here.
Now let's see what we can enhance.
You won't be disappointed in what I have to offer.
Yeah, I know. other stuff that I'm not gonna use on all my goods.
See anything you like?
Now we're gonna go into some of my things I earned like earlier today. Went out and got some chests. Just going out and doing things that you're supposed to do. Now I picked up some items. Let's see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I picked up this bow from running on quest earlier today. It's, you know, it has a pretty good gear scope, but what I liked about it is increased attack power. 217. I had a bow also that was a class A, but fuck that. I want the attack power. I think what I'm explaining to people is simple. I said, well, you look over here at the character stats that I have over here on the right hand screen. Then you pull this up on the right side of the screen. You're gonna want things that have to do with health, increase attack, defense, critical hit points, and critical hit damage. These are going to be the vital things that you're going to fucking need to make your character ready to go out there and roam and do what you want. I'd say you really want to concentrate more on the first three that you're worried about the critical and, you know, the critical hit rate and hit damage. I mean, you can pick up things for that. But you want armor that concentrates on that health, that attack, and that defense. This is what I learned, but this is what I learned from playing a lot of games throughout time and shit. You want, you know, stuff that's gonna move up those certain stats to keep you right. You know, like I even got some fame going on, 21.66%. I didn't know that. Interesting, huh? See, now I'm starting to pick up things because I've had this. Now I have another bonus attack bow that, look at that. That's 140 plus attack. Now, as you can tell when you look at my character, so I've changed up my look as far as what's on my legs. Yeah, I still have the same armor on it, except what happens is you can go in there and you can get skins or costumes or whatever that you want to put on there for better luck. I just like to, you know, I like the tight jeans, you know, makes the ass look better, so that's why I did it. some of my other stuff that I've upgraded, things you can tell I've changed up, like her hand guards or her gauntlets and whatever she wears on there. I went with this gold color that I picked up over in the other town. Of course, I had to pay some money for it, but I changed it all up. So now we got more of a gold look, which, you know, I like it. It's hot. It works out good. Plus, we got a much strong compound bow that's much more powerful, which also works out good. Now let's open up the next chest. Of course, as I told you people, you want to work on getting all these potions going. I think the maximum number of like healing potions that you can have on slots 20. And that works out fine. I went out here and I knocked out the Black Knight with some other people. And I also realize that yes, you have people that are against you when you sit here, even when you're doing P versus E, PvE shit. There are people that are still against you out there. Determined to interfere with what you're doing to make it complicated. Am I upset about that? Nah, not at all. I like that. That's all right. No, I ain't against that at all. That's alright. It's alright to know that people sitting there trying to make it complicated. I can understand how people feel that's a pain in the ass, but don't be upset. That's good. And the more people that are rolling in here that when you're trying to accomplish an objective that are fucking against you, well, hey man, that's just gonna make your odds even better. And believe me, when I went out here earlier today, and ran into people interfering with my objective, defending some of these mini bosses and shit, well fuck them, I put them down too, I don't care. Works out good. I said the only aspect is that even if you put down other people that are rolling around in this world or in this game, well, you don't really get shit from them, which is, you know, kind of fucked up. I don't know unless it's gonna be like P versus P that you can actually, you know, take whatever they got going on, which I don't really care. I think you should be able to take it either way. Hell with that. They're out there messing with you while you're trying to level up and do things, and hell with it. Everybody's free game. It's just my aspect on it. Y'all don't have to hold it against me, or you could throw me under the bus with fire and whatever. I'm just saying. Let's see what other stuff I have here. It's in my bags. No, I didn't think it was. I got one more. like what I told you. When you going out here, before you can sit here and let's really talk about like right over here. This is where I'm at. This is what I've unlocked. Roberts River and all this other bullshit. Now in this area here, there's gonna be another another boss or a quest boss that I'm had to knock out over here, which I already know about. But what I told everybody before is simple. You wanna do you want to get your level up to at least 24, 25, or even higher if you can. And the best way to do that is when you log on, you have missions like this, which, you know, knock out 16 of these, defeat the dream scale tribe members, shit like that. Do stuff like this. You notice that you get like 22,000 experience points. Do that. And the places you got like hourglasses, which are like mini world bosses. You want to do that stuff. Like this shit right here, like you see how mini boss is like 52, which I think I'm gonna go up there in just a second. That's what I'm gonna do. But to sit here and really get your level up fast is every time you log in, these are the places you want to go. It's just what you got to do. And people may think this and that, but see, these mini bosses you get to fight and stuff, man, the ones that are going to keep raising people up quickly. So every day you log in there, you want to jump all over as much of the world that you have unlocked, because I'm going to do it from a logic point of view. As much as the world that you have unlocked, and you take your character, you roll after all the mini bosses, as many as you can. Now, I told you, it's a crapshoot. You understand? You're not going to be able to hit all of them the way you want to, unless you can sit here and have your squad that's running together, and then you go out there and you hit it. But even that's not guaranteed, because people are squatting out, because it takes time for some of these damn bosses to roll up, and really you got to pick and choose the ones that you really want to go after that might offer the best experience, or might offer the best chest, or any of these damn things. This is all a give or take, and then you may have to just wait it out until they fucking spawn and appear. It's the best way to do it. So it's like these cats are waiting just like I am. And look at their levels. They're like 33, 37, stuff like that. I mean, by the time you get into that level, yeah, you should have some nasty stuff. But you do it so that people will spawn. So, but you have to select and choose where you're gonna go. I'm sorry. You just have to. I think even as you open up this world, gets bigger and bigger, you're gonna have to select the places you want to go. Oh, but it sounds like he taking a shit. Gotta love mages. Always, or even got the mages, or you got the priest. Same deal. They put some spells up there, or area effect. This area effect of damage, or area effect of helping everybody else out. As you can tell, we're all waiting. You know, like at the movie theater with all the commercials. Kind of discouraging at this time in there. I mean, I have friends that put shit up on Facebook talking about, you know, characters from the Sesame Street. 2020 brought to you by the words T or WTF. What the fuck? Interesting, right? And it is. There it is. Let them have it. No, that helped me out. Let me call my dog. Actually, I can't crash on this because sometimes, you know, when I first logged in and downloaded this game to my Xbox One X, they actually gave me this one. So I'm not crashing on it. If you're gonna talk about my animals, this is in the stable. This is pretty much a hyena, or whatever they want to call it. It's a fucking hyena. It's my golden hyena. I bought this one, I bought this one, I bought this one. This one was given to me. Now you got legendary, you know, animals and steeds that you can ride. I think really what happens is to get some of these creatures, you're gonna have to pay for them. Which I'm not against. I'm not upset about that at all. I mean, you gotta understand. Bandai and all these cats have got to make some money somehow. Even if they put it out there free to play. You give them a little bit. Sometimes they will, you know, put some things out there that you can get your hands on that they won't charge you for. Like I noticed there's a lot of people that like to ride this one, the Alpha Wolf, which looks pretty fucking cool, by the way. Can't crash on that. Now I've seen people riding on this thing right here, which is interesting. And you got the lion. I haven't seen too many riding this one. I may pick this one up when I get some time. I've seen people riding elephants and camels. You could ride on a turtle. Or if you want to ride the bear, you can do that too. I've seen some people out here riding on those and elephants. Now these are common animals. I think you can buy these in certain spots. Then you got your rare that you have to set up traps to do certain things to sit here and pick these up. Moonwind lioness. Yeah, that might be nice. All of your differences are is this. You go to your rares and you got that one speed that you can sit there and tap into where it'll run fast, but you got one. You get to your rare, you got two. That means you can hit it once. When it starts to run low, you hit the next one. And then when you get up into your epics, you can hit it once. So you got 3 of them, 3 sprints that you can initiate. As you can see, you've seen that person ride in on that sheep that's made of wool and shit. And you gotta a centaur that you can actually ride on. And then you got your legendaries. Your legendaries have 4 sprint points. Like the Chimera, you may see people riding around the world on that. You'd be like, what the fuck? Yep. Now let's open up the bag. Like this, I actually picked this up today too. If you wonder where I picked that up at, is let me go back to the map. As you know, I'm running around down here trying to complete this because I have another mission that's going to have to happen right here before I can move on. Now, as far as my helmet or what I picked up, I picked this up running over here. Or right here. And when I again went up in that quest against the Cyclops or whatever the hell it is, it dropped that. Now that's a regular quest item that you can pick up. And it really doesn't matter what you're doing your quest with. You're gonna drop something that's comparable to the class that you're running in. And I happen to be running up over there. People were handling things over there, and I got involved and we took the giant down. And I picked up this item right here. This is a quest item, so when you're running down in there, it's going to be a B or C class item, give or take. It's hard to say, but as you start unlocking quests and rolling through here and knocking stuff out, you can pick up some more stuff, like right here where you see these hourglass or mini bosses that are knocked out with other people, as well as right here. Once you get, you know, high enough in your stuff, you can start running around in this place. But mind you, your NPCs or your enemies that you're going against are going to be like level 23 and 24 around in this area. And before you even consider going up to this boss right here, you better be up at level 24 or some shit like that. Or you better have some very powerful stuff. Now, I haven't ran up there yet, because as you can tell, I'm sitting here just trying to level my stuff up, and I'm at level 23 at this point in time. But we can take a look and see what I got going on, which is increased. What you'll notice, like when you look over here on the right side, you know, your regular number stats have increased. Like my health has increased, my attack increased somewhat, my defense did. My critical and all that doesn't change. That's what happens when you slot certain armor on there, certain things that increases your critical hit points. But like I said, when you look at my armor that I have slotted in here, you want things that's going to increase your attack power and your health, your stamina. And then I got one that's just increasing my mining stats and shit, which I really don't care about. I think I'll hold on to that until I get some better armor that's going to slot more of the 4 or 5 at the top. That's generally what I'm looking for. And for people that's starting out playing this game, that's what you want. You want things to slot out your health, your attack, your defense, your critical hit, and your hit damage. Those are the things you're really looking for. Now, the only reason I have like the shoulder plate that sits there and does the mining and stuff, this is what I've picked up so far. Until I can pick up something else, it makes it stronger. And then when you look up here on the left side, you can see how much gold I've acquired. I've acquired more than that, but I've spent plenty of it. And then here we go with those artifact shards and artifact cores. So you can see that number's rising. After a while, once you got a pretty good armor set that you're gonna sit there and slot, put more shit to it, make it stronger, or you're gonna do more rolls on it, you're gonna get more artifact cores and shards, because certain equipment you're never gonna use, you can just break it down. I mean, you can sell it for gold and you can get a pretty nice amount of gold for it. But I look at it this way: you're gonna need the artifact shards and cores if you want to sit here and take your armor and start slotting it and making it better. So it's just better to break it down when you come over here to this right here, your little fire pit that's located all over the map everywhere. This is what you want to use it for. So break it down and use it. This is the best way to do it. Now let's see if I can.
Assortment of goods to offer you today.
Got lucky. Went from 780 to 787. Not bad. as you run up against all these bosses or these mini bosses, you'll start picking up stuff like this. Your armor sigils, you know, fortification stones, equipment upgrades, and embers, and things like this. These you want more than any of this other shit. Because after a while, you'll start collecting it, taking it to your storage facility guy, and you'll have plenty of it after a while. And after that point, you can start destroying some of the stuff, or just start selling it. No, you can't destroy it. You can sell it. And what happens is, if you sell it to these shops, they'll actually hold on to it, and you know, in time you can buy it back if you want to.
Can I help you?
As you can see, I mean, most of the shit I'm gonna sell and get rid of. Now, you can sit here and spend some extra currency or cash to sit here.
See anything you like?
And up your storage, so you can put more slots in here, or even account storage and stuff like that. I haven't done that just yet. I've been playing this game for about a month. And just rolling through the situations and everything. And honestly, it's actually pretty damn good. I admit it takes time to get where you're going. There's a lot of grinding involved, but it's worth it. As you can see on my character, I'm up at level 23. I think this is going to be the first one I'm going to take all the way to level 40 before I go back to my Crusader and do that. And then I got a third slot that's available, and I don't know what I'm going to be when I do that one. But this is what I got going on now. I think there's supposed to be an update sometime this month in September that's going to be done, so you could do some more stuff, which works out fine. Yeah, excuse me a second. Alright, I'm back. Not only am I putting videos out here on Twitch, you can also check some of my videos out on YouTube. It's gonna be SDragon08 Fire, so I've got them on there too. I realize, like, when you're starting out, you got to get as many followers as you can. And you got to keep putting out that content. And then I think after you put out enough content, then you get the offerings of, you could put, commercials and shit like that. Things like that, the stuff that you want to represent on here. And I'll see how that works out too. As soon as it happens to me, I'll let y'all know about it, how to do it, and how to go about doing it. So I'm just learning myself. But make no mistakes, there's lots of videos out there that get posted to tell you how to do your Twitch channel and how to do your YouTube channel and every damn thing else. This is true, and it's good that they're out there. They're helping people to roll it. But I guess the other aspect is like this. It's a drawn out process, so even if you're putting content out there, it takes time to get a following. So that's how that really works out. Truth is, you gotta be patient. Just got to be patient with this situation. That's just the honest truth. If you're a person that's like a worker or someone that doesn't sleep, it's perfect for you, because while you're not sleeping, you keep creating content and roll that out there. But it seems like when I create my content, if y'all wondering, that's most of the time it's on Sundays that I do this. This is the time that I have the most time to relax and do this. During my weekdays, sometimes I'll make content during the weekday. Not as often, because when you work an actual job, you're doing all that shit. You don't have all the time to sit here and do this. That's why I look at people that do YouTube and channels like that. Like, they'd be in my daughter's age range, or young people that you're not working a seriously strenuous job and paying any bills and this other shit. At this point, this is perfect. You can make lots of content. You have plenty of time to do it. I don't see what the hell y'all holding up on. I mean, I'm just saying. But when you're older chap, you're paying bills on a house or on the subject, well, it takes time to generate content. You're really doing it on your most of your time when you have time to do it. So, you can make it work. That's what I'm doing, so I don't discourage anyone. Get out here, you get your own channel, do Twitch or YouTube or Twitter or whatever the hell you do. Go with it. Go with it all the way. Because I mean, honestly, this is, you know, more of the wave of the future of things. Even if you want to sit here and you want to put out a video on just information, telling people things, or even conspiracy theories, who the hell knows? So, you always thought it was like Discovery Channel and History Channel that can do it. Fuck that. You can do it yourself. All you have to do is make sure that your facts are backed up. You're good to go. Or even if you want to start a channel where you want to be political about shit, you can do that too. All of it. And believe me, people will tune into it. Don't get it wrong. It happens. They will look. But when it comes to certain channels or these channels that you're building, you gotta get you enough followers, and then after you get enough followers, then they'll start looking at you to want to represent your channel. That's just how this rolls. But I think like the first lesson is put out as much content as possible, which I'm doing. And actually I've started, like, as far as my content, it was started doing this game, and that's how I put my content out there. So if you look at my YouTube channel, like I said, it's sdragon08 fire, and there's plenty of videos on this one that I'm doing. This is where I concentrated a lot of my content, because when I started doing it with, as I told you, I'm new. This is the one. I haven't done any content like PSO2 or some of the other ones I like to play yet. But honestly, since I've got my hands on this game, I haven't been messing with any of the others yet. So, like I said, this is where I'm starting my content at, and then I'm gonna move over to other stuff. As I told you before, your mini bosses don't always pop up right away, so you gotta squat out and sit and wait. But you give it some time, they will pop up. And as I told you before, even though you may have plenty of areas on the map, you're gonna have to pick and choose the places you're gonna want to squat out at and wait. Wait for those mini bosses, like right now. as I told you people before, you don't have to worry. That's the beauty. I got to give it to this game. This is the beauty of this game. You do not have to worry about other people not in the area not hunting these damn bosses or whatever you got to do. Everybody in here is doing something. And generally when it comes to sitting here looking for the mini bosses on the map, you're not the only one. There will always be people around. They're hunting too. And I mean that's a wonderful thing. And that's some of the most important things about. That's some of the most important things about massive online world play or MMOs and shit like this. Are there people out here hunting and doing the things like you're doing? And the fundamental answer is absolutely. Even if this game is free to play and every damn thing else, obviously people are very interested in it because they are playing it. And you're not alone. So if you're sitting here, you do a hunt anywhere, and even if you think that you're going to be the only one in a certain area, you can forget that. There's plenty of people out there looking. I don't think when you're sitting here doing P versus E that you got to worry about there's no one out here. They're out here. Believe me. And I noticed that just there's more people getting involved in this game. Which is good, in my opinion. I mean, this game's not bad. The mechanics of it isn't bad. And the more people that get involved in it, the better the game will grow and be. It's sort of like on the aspect of playing Destiny. Any of those games. I mean, same thing, man. The more people that are involved, the better it'll be. And even when I like talk about like Destiny, yeah, I like Destiny or Destiny 2, which it is. It's not a bad game at all. Content's actually pretty good that you can get through it, and there's constantly people on there playing it, and I like to play it myself. I just, I haven't played it in a while. I'm gonna get back on it. I'm probably gonna do some videos on that too. And I mean, I give it props. It's been rolling a couple years now. It just makes me wonder if they're gonna hold to what they said, because the first Destiny that came out, they said that it was gonna run 10 years, so it had a 10-year run. And they changed their mind. Destiny 2 out, which is, I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous because it said that you can run it all on the first one. That didn't make any damn sense, but I guess they wanted to change up the game engine that they were using to roll it out on your platform and shit. Which is fine, I guess. Oh, excuse me a minute. I guess it's fine. That really doesn't make no damn sense to me. I mean, you can still revamp it and roll it onto your next game engine that you're gonna use. It doesn't matter. It's just interesting how they wrote that. I mean, it's just sort of like playing a Division. That's another game. I like that game, so I'm not crashing on it. But you could have still the Division 1. You could have still rolled that all of the shit they're rolling from the Division. They could have rolled it off onto the second Division game. Just like Destiny, they could roll it all off on the first one. But the aspect is, I guess, they need to switch or change the engine. I'm like, well, even if you're gonna change the game engine that you're using and shit like that, that's fine. Just transfer the content over and then build off of that. Simple. But no, everybody revamps it and goes absolutely brand new, which is okay. It's acceptable. But what happened with games like Division, the first one, the first Destiny, is like these motherfuckers wrote in all these magazines and YouTube and forums that, yeah, we're gonna expand on this. It's gonna have a 10-year run. It's gonna be big as shit and every damn thing. But you didn't do it. Now, well, your fan base got pissed off, including myself and many others. Is, shit, man. Everybody put a lot of hours in the first rounds of these games and built up some serious hardware. And then after that point, you can't take it with you. Alright. Shit, I think it's a ridiculous thing. I think that when they made Destiny, and I even give a better example of a gripe. When they made the Division, the first one, you start out in New York City. And then when they made the second one, your ass is in Washington, D.C. Well, how I feel about that is fuck that. They should have expanded the story off the first one. In fact, they should have rolled it to where you're running all the way down the fucking East Coast to where you're from New York City, you go into fucking Washington, D.C. I don't give a fuck. You can run around in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia and all this other damn shit. You could have expanded the whole damn thing off of it. My gripe is that you built the next one and you didn't span off into the story like it should have been. It should have just sat there and kept it all connected, and you kept running. So eventually you're running in New York, you're running in DC, you could be running around in Pennsylvania, you can run around in Philadelphia, you can run around in Maryland. I don't give a shit. So sit there and just kept on adding parts to it to make it more and more interesting. As things change over, so what? You can sit there and upgrade it to where your gear score is different, or your weapons loadout is different. You could have added that shit all in there, and that's just, I'm just talking about Division. You could have added all that shit in there as time went along and changed the gaming platform of how you wanted to roll. But you kept all of it and kept rolling forward. My aspect of it is, okay, I'm just terrible. I don't feel people should just scrap a project because they want to upgrade the damn engine that runs it. I say you bring it on over, and as time goes on, like you do content, things change. That was so funny. Destiny is a prime example of that shit. Or Destiny 2 is a prime example of that. Think about this. Once they changed things over, then they started adding more and more different things and certain stats and all kinds of shit. Well, in Destiny 2, they just seem to keep doing that, you know? And I'm thinking to myself that if you could have done that shit with Destiny 2, well, fuck it, you could have done it with the first one. And kept running into the store and rolling this damn shit. So I can't understand what video game manufacturers or creators are thinking. Because then it's starting to wean back into the same damn stories. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you should have never left what the fuck you were doing. You should have just kept on expanding and made the world bigger. And changed your little search engine, change your engine. And wrote it anyway. Should have wrote it anyway. But what I think that they're trying to run on the aspects of, like, I don't know. They're actually trying. They're trying to run things like Destiny 2 and Division 2 are actually trying to handle their shit just like you when you play this game. That's how you have to look at it. See, because I'll give you an example like Black Desert. Black Desert is a game that's been running for years, alright? As well as Final Fantasy 14, which is on like PCs and shit like that. It's been running for years. PSO2 is another game that's been running for many, many years. Wow. In those games, they didn't change the characters or any of this shit. Even though they made it change the engine that operates the system, they didn't drop off all the fucking people that are running it. Now my point on this is this: when PSO2 came out, they're still running this shit. And I know they probably changed up a couple things, but they didn't do massive changes that just dropped the whole strategy of what they were doing. And that's the difference. It's like Black Desert. Black Desert is another game that's been out for years. Even though you may need to change the engine and make it better, you ain't gotta drop all the fucking content and every damn thing. Just roll it. Now I think that's what people that created Destiny and the people that created the Division, they never thought that part out, like Ubisoft and Bungie and whatever the fuck they're doing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You could change your gaming engine to make it better, but you don't have to drop all the fucking content on what you did the first time for the first game and shit. Just extend it. That's all. Here's the aspect. If you're gonna make a statement, you just said that you're gonna have a 10-year run. And what was that up? Now, with Destiny, I picked that up in that Game Informant magazine. I like that magazine. I mean, I got plenty of them. I read a lot of that shit. So does my mom and even my daughter. But the point of it is, like, if you're gonna build a game, I mean, sure, you're gonna have to make way for upgrading certain things. You're gonna upgrade the engine because as the software and the hardware gets better on your gaming platforms and PCs and shit, yeah, you could change that up, but why drop the story? That's stupid. Why sit there and scrub it all and just start fresh with something new that's ridiculous? Fuck that. Just keep expanding your story out. Point is, Your story doesn't need to stop expanding out. I mean, if Bungie and all these other motherfuckers want to sit here and look at some things, then they need to look at like the Final Fantasy 14, or they need to look at the Black Desert games. They need to look at a lot of shit on expanding your shit out, even if you change your graphic engine and all this. You can keep going forward. I think the best example, and I'm not really a game owner, it's World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has been running for eons, and they've changed their fucking game engines and what they use to sit there and roll their fucking graphics and every damn thing. They've done it for years, but they never dropped your story. They never dropped what you were built. They didn't drop any of that shit. So it's still an expansion onto the world. Another example is when you were playing Star Wars Knights of the Republic Online. Same thing. They didn't drop shit. They might have changed their search engines or changed their goddamn graphic engines to play the game, but you still had your shit. It was still there. You might have had some new ways of going about it, but the point was you didn't lose your shit. Now that's what Bungie and Ubisoft don't understand. You don't want to sit here and get people involved in your game and then change it up and drop all this shit, because that really pisses people off. Hell, it pissed me off, I know. That's bullshit. You put a lot of hours into what the hell you were doing to get your characters up to where the fuck you want them to be, and then all of a sudden overnight, well, hey, listen, I'm sorry, you can't bring any of that shit with you. And that's the biggest gripe. And that's the biggest gripe among the whole communities of all these games and shit. I said, what? Yep. All that damn time and effort you put in it, you can't bring that with you. Well, yo, fuck that. Ain't nobody happy with that. So all I'm saying is, these people went about it the wrong damn way. As far as like accessory effects, I don't know how this works because I had 1 or 2 points in there that made my gold go up, so now it's not there. So, not certain how that actually works. Unless it engages every couple of days, I don't know. When I learn, I'll let you know. But as you can see, as we're playing, people are like level 30 and up and shit like this, which is great. Which means more people getting involved in the game than ever before. Well, I'll see somewhat. I guess I downgraded my weapon, but not really. This one is really based off increased attack power. It's not. That this one is stronger by the numbers. Probably I can sit here and upgrade it all the way up to maximum level to make it really nasty. So that's what I chose to do. I think most of your armor and your weapons are based off is the shit that you want to run with to end game and beyond. And if it is, this is what you concentrate on building up. I made no mistake about it. I think you pick up items that can build up shit, but I think where it's really at is you decide what armor sets are good and keep running, and then after that point you can go to these dealers and shit and get weapon skins, and you can change it all up, and even armor skins. You can look however the hell you want to and still be super devastating.
take care of yourself.
I don't mean to shoot through this so fast, but I've already read all this bullshit. Well, I've spoke a lot, but I'm not going to talk a whole lot now. I'm just going to sit here and play the game. I'm going to get involved. As I run into the wrong directions. As everyone knows, if you're watching, I'm still in story mode. See what's happening here.
things get this bad?
What is it? A pleasure it is to meet you.
hopeless. Hi.
Be quick, I'm on duty.
Die, monsters!
Me, a monster? If I am a monster, what do you consider yourself? I sense a great power before me. not take this life for granted.
I feel like I've lost all hope.
Yes?
As you're seeing, I'm doing a couple of garbage side
What can I
missions.
possibly do?
Why, hello there. Is there a reason you're here?
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Be quick, I'm on duty.
It feels so hopeless. The gods will see us through.
How did things get this bad? How did things get this bad?
It feels so hopeless. I never thought it would come to this. It feels so hopeless.
Seen any combat lately? On to victory. I'm awaiting my orders.
Can I help you? Take your time. Have a look around.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna check with you